Hello, this your girl Sainaboo, and I am so happy to be with y'all today. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be talking about the power of music through my narrative of my music. I've been staying very quiet on the socials about a very important surprise until today, so please keep it locked. Stay tuned for the end of the video where I will be sharing with you that good news. Today's video, we're going to talk about the power of music through a lens of my narrative. Music has always been a place, a sense of peace, a sense of connection that we have used throughout centuries and eras and decades and since the beginning of time to connect with one another, whether that be ceremonies, whether that be different celebrations, or whether that be just simple ways that we want to kind of figure out what's going on in the world. We have kind of figured out ways through music to express ourselves. And what better way for me to express my narrative through my music? Again, my name is Sainaboo, and I am a faith-based hip-hop and R&B artist. I am a singer, a songwriter, a lyricist, a producer, and I also am a music and theater teacher here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I have been born and raised all my life, born and raised Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My full repertoire of music is a catalog of about 40 songs. And with that music, it's always been centered around my spiritual journey and how I walk and what I believed in for subject matters. And that journey started for me in 2016, where I came out with my first EP, From the Mirrors. And From the Mirrors was actually kind of a saying that I developed and created for me to get through my college years. From the mirrors to the stages was the whole phrase. From the Mirrors was my first EP, and To the Stages was my second musical project. In between that interim, I created a brand for myself called Divisi, and Divisi was a new age brand where I just shared different artists, or I was going on YouTube and making content regarding my spiritual journey, making content regarding the universe or whatever have you in that season of my life under that brand Divisi. And the whole concept of From the Mirrors to the Stages really was like a way for me to share my journey. So From the Mirrors represented like, okay, I'm in my element, I'm in my confines of my home, I'm in the confines of my dorm, I'm in the confines of just me, you know, and I'm up against myself, I'm up against this mirror. And being against the mirror showed me how I needed to move, who I was, and just that sacred space of being by yourself, of learning about yourself by yourself. And To the Stages is where you go outside now. To the Stages is where you share yourself with others and stress your communication skills, and where you flex on what you've been working on in the mirrors. And that includes being on the stage. Like, how do you show up as a performer? How do you show up projecting your voice? How do you show up being able to tell a story to your audience? And so that was From the Mirrors to the Stages was a thing that I kind of developed in order to get through my college years. My college years were super tough for me. Super tough. And it wasn't always tough, but it did grow into a place that was super tough. And I had to drop out of college my senior year. I dropped out of college because I was trying to find myself. From the Mirrors to the Stages were music that allowed me to express myself with what was going on internally. I ended up dropping out of school in 2018, my senior year, so that I could figure out what's going on. So much going on internally. I had to figure out what was going on externally. And I had to drop out in order to figure out my truth. And that is when Misunderstood emerged. To the Stages came out 2018. From the Mirrors came out 2016. 2-year difference as well. Same pattern goes on with my EP Misunderstood came out in 2020. This project was me putting my foot down, okay? I just came back from long travels, trying to find myself, to kind of figure out my footing and figure out, y'all, I feel misunderstood, you know? And that journey I took on through my music and through a documentary, about an hour-long documentary that is still on YouTube today, where I showed my audience the journey of me, the journey of how I created the EP. It was in the midst of COVID, so that was a thing. And then I showed different interviews of people in the community, friends, family, notable figures in the community, to get their take on being misunderstood and what's that all about, and get the tea on their experiences and how they overcame that. And so that documentary was coupled with the EP Misunderstood that came out on November 11th, 2020. If you haven't noticed already, November is 11, and it came out on 11/11/2020. And during that time, I was still in my new age phase. I was trying to find myself. The Lord was knocking on my door, and I didn't know how to specifically handle the call. During the time that I was making that music, one thing that really anchored me was just keeping pushing forward. The more that I pushed forward, it began a shift of him revealing himself to me. I believe that he saw that I was trying to be understood by others, finding my identity in others. And now I finally have the chance to express my point of view. I never shared in that whole documentary why I feel misunderstood, why this phenomena is so present in my life at this time, in this season. And now, about 5 years later, I am coming out and saying it is, I would like to answer that question. So if I could answer the question today, it was due to me trying to find identity in other people. The spirit of people pleasing, the spirit of rejection, even the spirit of trying to find validation through others was something that I was looking for, because I did not actually look for it in myself. And that's something that's so very fragile for an artist to feel. The mood of not being understood, because the vulnerability already of the job in general, allowing so much kind of mental issues to follow if you don't have a strong foundation in the Lord, okay? And I found so apparent that music was my outlet, music was my journey, music was the walk, the steps. But the destination was the Lord. The destination was truth in his name only. And throughout the creation of not only Misunderstood, the EP, and the documentary, he was knocking on my door, child. He was knocking on my door. He say, I got the answer, okay? You're looking for validation through all these other people, but I knew you. I threaded you together before you were in your mother's womb. I know how many hairs you have on your head. I know you from the inside out, because I am the manufacturer. And guess what? I've been seeing you. I've been having my eyes on you. I've been hearing your call. I've been knowing what you need, my child. And he answered all of my prayers. And he answered all of them, every single one of them. And he continues to this day. November 11th, 2020 is when I dropped Misunderstood. December, I found Christ. November, December, okay? 1 month later, I found Jesus. Talk about the greatest Christmas gift ever. Yo, the greatest Christmas gift was for all of my answers, looking for truth, looking for purpose, looking for peace, looking for peace of mind, looking for joy, true joy. Come on now, somebody. Looking for true joy. I found it in the Lord, and it has been such a wonderful and powerful ride through and through, every single day, day by day, moment by moment with Him till this day. And now I'm gonna come out with my first EP, fully faith-based, fully Christian oriented, fully fully clothed in His garments, if you will. You know, like, I'm just so excited because I get to now glorify the Lord in the whole project. And this project is going to be of 7 songs, and I hope that it comes out in 2026. And now, time for the big surprise. If you made it all the way to this point, shout out to you. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment and subscribe to this video. Without further ado, here is the good news. I have a studio space. Yes, I have a studio space, and it is called The Bridge. Not only is it a studio space, but the business is a music center. Artists from the beginning of time have been going through so much in their journey of becoming, in their journey of coming out with their music, in their journey of performing day and night, in their journey of figuring out when food's gonna hit the table, when you're gonna get paid for, when is the next gig gonna come. And with all of these stressors come a very unique journey for the artist in general. So music creation is a part of The Bridge. I do have a music studio in here. It is a caveat to being in this space, but here we focus on the holistic healing and the holistic approach to supporting the whole artist. And that is from a mental standpoint, a spiritual standpoint, and from a networking community standpoint. This business is, of course, rooted in Christ. It is rooted in scripture. But don't think just because you may be watching this and may not be a follower of Christ that you are not welcome in these walls. You are. You would be sadly mistaken if you thought that you were not. This is a space where we all come together, where music is what connects us, where music is what brings us. But it is a place where God is the point. God is the point. Music is the center, but God is the point. And it is for us all to be spiritually edified through community, through music workshops, through music lessons, and community. So right now we're in phase 2 of putting The Bridge together, or in what I like to call building the bridge. In the next upcoming videos that you will be seeing from me, I will be taking you down a journey step by step to creating the bridge with me. I want you all to be a part of this journey, from scoping the scene, to putting paint on the walls, to decorating the place, to filling it in with people like you. Artists and musicians are not just cool press play people, you know. We carry the fabric of the culture. And if your artists are good, so will your community. This is what The Bridge is all about, The Bridge Music Center. Y'all keep it locked. So happy for y'all to be a part of this journey with me. It's been a lovely, lovely journey for myself musically to get to this point, and I'm so happy to, you know, build a bridge with y'all. Hope y'all tap in. Hope to see y'all next video. Keep it locked. Musically yours. It's your girl, Saina Boo. Peace.